Well, viewers, joining us is our team of reporters. Prakash from Patna, Zeenat from Budgam, Gursimran from Jammu, Harsha from Amethi, Arawat from Baramulla, Satya Prakash from Mumbai. And first of all, Zeenat, I would like to go across to you. How is the voting going on there? It's already 7:05, so I'm sure it must have begun there. What are the key issues that the voters are voting there for?
See, Guinea, if we talk about the Baramulla constituency, we are adding Budgam. Budgam and the Biriwa segment will be added this time in this election. So we are having Budgam, Baramulla and Kupwara this time going for polls. We have been seeing the bells and also the voters that have lined up since 7 in the morning. The polling has just begun and one can see the people in the age group from 18 to almost 70, 75 are here. That tells you the poll fever here on ground. So this gives an edge to the parties who are trying their luck, because the people have come out despite the terror attacks that Kashmir witnessed in the southern part. So as far as the issues are concerned, we see the developmental issues, the unemployment issue and also the price rise. That has been a bigger challenge for the people on ground. But yes, this is a parliament election, not the assembly elections, which may take place by September as given the deadline by the Supreme Court of India. But it's gonna be a very interesting day because the bigger parties and the bigger leaders are trying the luck. The leaders who are trying the luck includes the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah. He is pitched against PC, People's Conference Chief Sajjad Ghani Lone, who has a good voter bank. And similarly, when it comes to People's Democratic Party, headed by Mehbooba Mufti, Fayaz Lone is contesting. And then we are seeing the omnipresent Engineer Rashid, the jailed one who has some terror charges, but he has been allowed to contest. So his son has campaigned for the last 1 month. But will Engineer be securing the votes? Because we see the tally of the last 2019, Engineer Rashid stand then second. And as far as the legislative Lok Sabha poll is concerned, in the previous 2019, all these seats went into the kitty of National Conference. So will National Conference be able to retain all the threes that come from the Kashmir Valley? Because this time National Conference is in alliance with the Congress party. So we have been seeing in the campaigning that National Conference was with the Congress party. Congress has campaigned for National Conference in many of the belts. If we go with the belt in Uri, where they have the stronghold, and then the National Conference has its own traditional vote bank. So will National Conference be able to retain the vote bank, or the luck will be hard?
Right, Zeenat, stay with us. In fact, for now, we'll go to Harsha, who's standing, who's there at Amethi, a very important seat. Now, Harsha, Uttar Pradesh, 14 seats going to the elections, 3 important seats, Amethi, Rai Bareli and Lucknow. In Amethi, it's Smriti Irani versus Kishori Lal Sharma, Rai Bareli is Rahul Gandhi, and of course, Lucknow, Rajnath Singh seeking a third straight term.
As you stated, Guinea, this is one of the high-profile and VVIP constituency, one of the 49 constituency where everyone is eyeing exactly what is going to happen this time in 2024. Right now, Guinea, we are outside Smriti Irani's residence, and shortly at around 8 o'clock, she will leave from her residence to cast her vote. To tell you now, Smriti Irani is also one of the voter of Amethi since she won here from 2019. And the candidates in fray are Smriti Irani and Kishori Lal Sharma, the Congress candidate, close aide of Sonia Gandhi. And we have seen the massive campaigning in Amethi from Smriti Irani taking a dig and hitting at Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party on their manifesto, to the reservation politics. We have seen everyone on ground and how both the parties, BJP and Congress, have gone to the rural areas, done the Nukkad Sabha and door-to-door campaign, appealing people of Amethi to cast their vote. It's early in the morning already. The polling has begun at several places in Amethi, and everyone is eyeing here in Amethi because in 2019 Smriti Irani defeated Rahul Gandhi, but this time Rahul Gandhi is contesting from Raebareli and Smriti Irani is again contesting from Amethi, and this time Congress is eyeing to regain its Amethi seat, and that is the reason why Priyanka Gandhi also camped here. But right now we'll show you the visuals because we are outside Smriti Irani at 8 o'clock. She will leave from her residence to cast her vote, but exactly we have to see because today is the important day when the litmus test for these candidates have already started. Back to you.
Right, Harsha, stay with us. In fact, for now, we'll go to Prakash, who's there at Patna. Prakash, 5 seats in Bihar, 40 seats, 19 have voted, and quite a few heavyweights, Rajiv Pratap, Rudy, Rohini Acharya, who's of course Lalu Prasad Yadav's younger daughter. So take us through all the big wigs there and how is the contest going to be like?
Well, I'm here standing at the Chirag Paswan's residence. He's contesting from Hajipur parliamentary constituency. We are all waiting for him for his soundbite before he goes to his parliamentary constituency. Now, Chirag Paswan is contesting from Hajipur for the first time. The seat has been was represented by his father, who created a world record by winning by the highest margin in 1977, and we'll have to wait and watch whether Chirag could replicate the same margin of victory or not, which Chirag is confident about. And ever since the return of Chirag into the NDA fold and parting ways with his uncle Pasupati Paras, who was sidelined by the NDA, Chirag Paswan's party got 5 seats, and the issues that are most important in this phase of election is the issue created by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a huge impetus as far as elections are concerned in Bihar. Now, coming back to the second most important constituency in this phase is the high-pitched battle between Rajiv Pratap Rudy, the former union minister and sitting MP from Saran, and Lalu Yadav's daughter, Rohini Acharya, who donated her kidney to her ailing father Lalu Yadav in Singapore, riding on sympathy wave, or specifically of women voters. We'll have to wait and watch whether the sympathy overrides the caste factor in Saran or not, as well as the Modi factor also, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself campaigned in Saran for Rajiv Pratap Rudy, as well as Yogi Adityanath and host of other senior BJP leaders. Saran has been predominantly the fiefdom of Lalu Yadav. Lalu Yadav was elected to the Lok Sabha for the first time from Saran, and that is why it is called the pocket borough of Lalu Yadav. But for the past 2 times, Rudy...
इस मौके में तो मैं 5वें चरण से जुड़े मतदाताओं से ये जोर अपील करती हूँ कि वो भी अपना वोट डालने जरूर अपने अपने पोलिंग बूथ पर जाएं। हालांकि मैं जब भी जिस भी चरण में वोटिंग होता है तो मैं हमेशा यही अनुरोध करती हूँ कि जलपान आदि आप बाद में करें, पहले अपना वोट डालने के लिए ज़रूर जाएं। तो यही मेरी दरख्वास्त अपील है। और इसके साथ ही मैं ये भी कहना चाहूँगी कि ये जो इलेक्शन हो रहा है तो ये इस बार हमें ये देखने के लिए मिल रहा है, सुनने के लिए भी मिल रहा, आम चर्चा है कि जो ये चुनाव, जैसे पूर्व में चुनाव देश और जनहित के मुद्दों को लेके होते थे, लेकिन इस बार देश व जनहित के मुद्दों पर कम चुनाव हो रहा है। आरोप और प्रत्यारोप एक दूसरे पर ज़्यादा लगाए जा रहे हैं। ये देश व जनहित में ठीक नहीं है। इसलिए मेरी सभी पार्टियों को ये कहना है कि उनको देश और जनहित के जो मुद्दे हैं उनको प्राथमिकता देनी चाहिए।
क्या लग रहा है कितनी सीटें आ रही हैं इस बार बहुजन समाज पार्टी की?
देखो ऐसा है, अभी तो वोट पड़ रहा है 5वें चरण का, अभी 2 चरण और बचे हुए हैं। तो वोट पड़ जाने तो जब रिजल्ट आ जाएगा।
ये जो भाजपा 400 पार का दावा कर रही है,
जब रिजल्ट आएगा तो दूध का दूध और पानी
ये
का
जो
पानी
भाजपा
हो
400 पार का
जाएगा।
दावा कर रही है मैम, आप इसको कैसे देखती हैं?
देखो, हर पार्टी अपना दावा करती है, कोई भी हो, चाहे बीजेपी है, कांग्रेस है, सभी पार्टियां दावा करती हैं कि हम सरकार बना रहे हैं, लेकिन जब रिजल्ट आएगा तब मालूम पड़ेगा कि सरकार कौन सी पार्टी बना रही है और किस पार्टी को कितनी सीटें मिल रही हैं।
इंडिया गठबंधन लगातार ये कह रहा है कि हम लोग बढ़त की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं, आप इसको कैसे देखती हैं?
क्या चीज?
इंडिया गठबंधन कह रहा है कि इस बार हम लोग सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं।
अभी ये तो पिछली बार भी बोल रहे थे जब पार्लियामेंट का, मैंने अभी जैसे 23 तारीख को मेरा प्रोग्राम मिर्जापुर में भी है, इसके बाद फिर मैं बिहार जा रही हूँ और अगले दिन 24 तारीख को फिर मैं पंजाब भी जा रही हूँ। ऐसा तो मैंने ये महसूस किया है, मैं अपनी पार्टी का बता रही हूँ कि लोगों में काफ़ी जोश है और अकेले यूपी में नहीं, यूपी के अलावा भी जो दूसरे राज्य वहाँ पर भी बीएसपी के लोगों में बहुत जोश है और इस बार अच्छा रिजल्ट आएगा।
होगा,
मुझे तो लग रहा है कि लोगों में काफ़ी जोश है और अकेले यूपी में नहीं, यूपी के अलावा भी जो दूसरे राज्य वहाँ पर भी बीएसपी के लोगों में बहुत जोश है और इस
मायावती जी लगता है आपको इस बार बदलाव होगा?
मुझे तो लग रहा है इस बार जरूर बदलाव होगा, क्योंकि जो जनता है, मैं ये महसूस कर रही हूँ कि जनता कुछ साइलेंट सी है, ज़्यादा कुछ खुलकर बोल नहीं रही है।
Well, that was Mayawati, BSP chief, urging the voters to go out there and vote. Now, viewers, I'll be going across to Satya Prakash, who's joining us from Mumbai. Now, Satya Prakash, Maharashtra has 8 seats, and after this, this is the last phase. Maharashtra is done with their elections. Important seats are Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Nashik. These are the big seats. So, take us through all the big wigs who are contesting this time.
देखिए, महाराष्ट्र के 13 सीटों पे वोटिंग शुरू हो चुका है। मैं इस समय मुंबई के मलबार हिल में हूं और इस पोलिंग बूथ पर मैं तस्वीरें दिखा रहा हूं कि यहां पे किस तरह से सुबह सुबह लोग पहुंच रहे हैं। सीनियर सिटीजन हैं, महिलाएं हैं, यंग है। यहां पे तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं कि मलबार हिल का ये पोलिंग बूथ है और इस पोलिंग बूथ पर केंद्रीय मंत्री पीयूष गोयल थोड़ी देर में आने वाले हैं यहाँ पे वोट डालने के लिए। मुंबई में इसी तरह से तस्वीर देखने को मिल रही है, लोग मॉर्निंग में पहुँच रहे हैं वोट डालने के लिए। और देखिए तस्वीरें देखिए कि किस तरह से सीनियर सिटीजन यहाँ पहुँच रहे हैं मुंबई में। और ये साउथ मुंबई जो कि मलबार हिल है वो पोलिंग बूथ है और यहाँ पे लोग वोटिंग करने के लिए पहुँच रहे हैं। महाराष्ट्र में 13 सीटों पे वोटिंग हो रहा है और लोग घरों से निकलकर पोलिंग बूथ पर पहुंच रहे हैं, वोट डाल रहे हैं। महाराष्ट्र की जो बात करें 13 सीटों में सबसे दिलचस्प जो है कि जो केंद्रीय मंत्री जो उत्तर मुंबई से लड़ रहे हैं, पीयूष गोयल का सबसे बड़ा नाम है जो कि लड़ रहे हैं। इसके अलावा शिवसेना का जो साउथ मुंबई है अरविंद सावंत है। तो महाराष्ट्र की जो टॉप सीटें हैं खास करके मुंबई की 6 सीटों में है। फिलहाल ये तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं किस तरह से मलबार हिल का पोलिंग बूथ की तस्वीरें और यहाँ पे जो महिलाएँ हैं, सीनियर सिटीजन खास करके देखने को मिल रहा है कि सुबह सुबह पहुंचे हुए हैं वोट करने के लिए। मुंबई में जितने भी पोलिंग बूथ है इसी तरह से तस्वीर देखने को मिल रही है कि लोग घरों से निकलकर वोट डालने के लिए पहुंच रहे हैं। जी
Ji Satya Prakash, thanks for the information. In fact, 13 seats, not 8 seats of Maharashtra going for polling. Now I'll go across to Gursimran, who's joining us from Jammu. Gursimran, a very important phase. Baramulla is one of the constituencies there, an important seat for Omar Abdullah. How is the political equation, the political atmosphere there after the abrogation of Article 370?
See, when it comes to this very seat, the political parties in Kashmir have termed this as referendum while the people are turning out in the large numbers. The best thing that has happened is the people's turnout. Last time we have seen close to 40% voter turnout in Srinagar, and as we speak, you see that the people have lined up here in the large numbers to cast their vote. These people are from the migrant community, the community that saw the exodus of 90s and were forced to go out of the Kashmir Valley. But now what is happening that they are coming out in large numbers to cast their vote. They have many of their issues, be it with the administration or with the government. They want their representative to be here. We'll try to speak to one of the voter who has already casted his vote. वोट आपने कास्ट किया है, क्या इश्यूज हैं जिनको लेकर वोट कास्ट किया?
आज हम वोट कास्ट किया है, ये बारामूला कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के लिए है। हम चक चंगरवन चिनोर जो पोलिंग स्टेशन है जम्मू से बोल रहे हैं। हमारा जो मेन जो फोकस जो है हमारा जो कश्मीरी पंडित का है मेन है रिहेबिलिटेशन, क्योंकि वी आर 34 साल से हम एग्जाइल की जिंदगी जी रहे हैं। हमारा यही है कि हम वी शुड गो बैक टू आवर होम्स एंड हर्थ्स। ये हमारा मोदी जैसे आह्वान है कि हम यही हमारा मेन फोकस है।
So the main issue of the Kashmiri Pandit community remains to be that they go back to their places. The voting is underway since 7 in the morning. There are many people, those who are coming out in the large numbers to cast their vote. And one best thing that we have seen, that the voter turnout, earlier what used to happen that the turnout of the migrant community used to be meager, but this time they have broken all the past records and coming out in the large numbers to cast their vote, because they also know the importance of their vote, how important it is that they cast their vote and they can elect their representative. Though their key demand remains to be from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi that they be rehabilitated back to their places from where they actually are, and the 90s exodus is still in their minds, that how they were forced to leave the Kashmir Valley, they want to go to their home. We will be continuing with this rolling coverage from the ground zero in a short while from now.